Who is the man by the name of young Pharaoh? He was a god. He was a genius. He was a monster in debate. He was a spiritual leader at one point in time. He was the golden boy of YouTube one point in time. He was the man that had the algorithm going crazy, 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 crazy. That's who that was, you heard me? But check this out. His backstory is ridiculous. The person you see now that shows to be young Pharaoh is not him at all. And you talking about somebody that had watched his content from the beginning of his origins until now. I'm going to tell you something. In 2022, I believe that's when COVID broke out, right? He had the highest algorithm rating during that time period. Nobody else in the algorithm of YouTube was doing his numbers. Outside of maybe somebody like Mr. Beast. He became popular then because up until that moment, the world and society considered him to be an outcast because he was talking about forbidden knowledge that a lot of people did not know or understand in this new spiritual age. So he talked about all the religion. He debated pastors, scholars, anybody in universities. He talked about subject matters that no one knew about. He talked about COVID before it happened. He talked about the deep state. He talked about, he uncovered mysteries about the presidents before that. He did all these things through reading books, studying, and content creation that made him into a major figurehead in the YouTube space. I will not ever take from him that he was the first breaking down real knowledge and things that they were saying it was just conspiracy. You got to give credit where credit is due. He deserved it. But I will say, the man before you today can no way, shape, form, or fashion be young Pharaoh. He must be a clone. So that means the original young Pharaoh is dead and gone, or he's locked up somewhere. Because the guy that y'all got now and the Pharaoh of old, during the deep state run he had, where he was exposing so much information, a switch happened somewhere. Where he went from being wildly knowledgeable and wise to insane. Now, in his defense, he said he was drugged. In his defense, he said somebody gave him shrooms or gave him weed or did something to him. Let's say this. I can only come to this, and I'm so serious when I say this. The government or the powers that be that he was speaking of must have took him, wiped his memory, rearranged his thoughts, and put out a clone of a different person. Because the old young Pharaoh, when he talks, he got so much information, so much detail, that he hitting you with facts back to back. He was like a sharp razor edge computer that spit facts, and he know everything all at once. And he was just on it, just on it, just on it. He was in shape gooder than a motherfucker. He was fighting this, that, and the other. But his downfall came by way of women, pussy, and not controlling himself. You see, his problem came when he got rich and he already was doing poly. where he started letting these different women in his circle. When he said let these different women in his circle, right? What happened is they helped bring him down between the women and the new guys. So somewhere in there, he got cloned. His brain is not the same because he don't even speak the same. He don't even talk the same. He don't even how he would do his hand gestures is not even the same. He's a whole nother person now. That's how you know he's been cloned. And I think if they let him out and he cloned him, they let him out now because he was making too much noise, and it would further validate that the government had something to do with it if they just eliminated him altogether. So they put out a version of him that is not even him no more. It's just a human shell that says some things that he would say sometimes, but not him at all. So let's be clear. At one time I thought this man was a complete goofy, a dumbass, just somebody just talking shit because they just got a channel and they just know some information. But he was talking about COVID before COVID ever happened. He broke down all the information about it, then COVID happened. Because he was ahead of breaking down the COVID information years ahead of time, that what made him the guy when COVID finally hit. So he became rich and famous during that time to where blacks and white knew him. Not just the whites and the black in the space of woke religion, woke conversation, woke knowledge and wisdom. He became the nigga with millions of dollars and shit like that there. But let me go ahead and show you this. They released his clone back out, and he acts and sounds similar, but one, his teeth used to be different. He had a little bit of a speech impediment before. He also had hand gestures was a little bit different, and he was very automatic with his responses. He knew like everything. It's like tapping into the knowledge base was like encyclopedia, computer, different definition. You can just pull up everything. And he could break down things in great detail. You feel me? I hope Homer can overcome this, but they're not gonna let him out. So the person that just did this video with 607 up, sorry to tell you, that ain't young Pharaoh. Now I do got to expose something else by young Pharaoh.